I would rather spray tan my butthole than get it waxed.
Smoking pot, riding a horse. It sounds fun.
It sounds fine. It sounds scary as heck to me, but yeah, it could be fun. Saddle or not, I've never been on a horse. I only ride horses side saddle anyways. M. Night. Knock it off.
That's going to be a shit.
You stop it right now. You stop it.
You stop.
You go to your room, M. Night Shyamalan. You go to your
Think
room.
about what you've done.
That's a bad M. Night. That's a bad M. Night.
Hello and welcome to the Nation of Conversation, episode 365. It is that time of the year, the award show. Woohoo! Holy shit!
Ready for that?
Wow, that was powerful. That was right into the mic too.
Well, it's a celebration.
It's a celebration, bitches.
Have fun listening to that.
The award show 2021, the best show we do all year. As always, I'm your host Ryan, dressed to the nines with the best dressed man in audio and in real life. It is William Cashin.
That's correct. I'm doing well.
Splendid.
For the first time in days, I'm doing well.
Let's, touch and go here. We weren't sure if we were going to do this in person. Touch and go for a minute there.
Yep.
Did you get one of those free medium sodas from the New York Giants Stadium?
Unfortunately, I didn't make it down to collect mine.
Go watch
you
piece
are
of shit losing team and get a free soda.
You admit that you're a season ticket holder for the Giants?
I've got 10 PLCs or whatever they're called.
Yep, that's it.
The
Nailed
license. You have to buy a license for the privilege to buy tickets.
Oh,
personal seat license, PSL.
And for all 10 of them, I was gifted one
medium soda.
medium soda.
One medium soda. And across from him is the Bing Bong Man, the Bing Bong Boy.
Yeah, you got.
He has no pockets.
He has no pockets, Mr. Wallyfly.
I am here. And
you are the host.
I'm ready.
Normally the host of this show.
I am the host.
Are you still the host of this show?
I can be the
Check
host
out this hilarious title for the champagne.
JCB?
Nope, that's the maker.
Oh, number 69, of
That's
course.
the name of it.
Of course.
The number. Oh, yeah, it's named number 69.
Nice.
Hilarious.
Nice.
Very nice.
Are
Sexy.
you
It's a
still
sexy
the
number.
host of this now that you've actually made awards picks?
I can still host this.
You're the host? Okay.
It probably is time for me to take over, but it is Wally's job.
Oh, you want to
But
battle
no,
out
I
hosting
don't.
Duties?
Nope, I do have
give me
some.
Give me your best tease, Bill. Give me your best tease, like commercial break.
For
like
what?
like a Seacrest style.
For my picks or for the show? Or what are we talking about?
Just anything.
Like
a Seacrest, like after.
After
You'll
the break,
find out.
You'll find out.
Right after these messages.
Wally has a secret. We'll find out soon.
Okay. Well, you're definitely going to host it.
I will host.
All right. So it's our best, our worst, our best of the show, our worst of the show, our predictions from last year, which I have written down, and our predictions for 2022.
Alrighty then.
Oh no, I forgot about the predictions.
Yeah, that's something I did not.
You can make that up as we go.
Oh, I certainly will.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, usually you have the similar picks, predictions, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we are going to
Go ahead.
start with the best commentary teams.
All right. Who goes? Who's going first?
Let's go with the usual host, Ryan.
All right. My best commentary team for the year was, for the first time ever, on one show and one show only. It was AEW Dark. It was Excalibur, partnered with Taz, partnered with -1 that one time, where -1 said, "Shut up, Excalibur. I like Taz better."
Oh, that's funny. Good pick.
Yep.
Good pick.
No, and if you want the real answer, those two guys are the best AEW team together because it's not so busy with everybody else. But I do like Tony Schiavone. So,
Bill, how about you? What'd you go with?
So just as a general theme here, I realized that I haven't watched a ton of wrestling this year.
Sure.
And so I actually looked it up. And I lost Peacock, or Peacock took over, and I lost Network in April. Mm-hmm. So I haven't watched it at all since April.
Yep.
The last pay-per-view, if you will, that I watched was in February.
Really?
Yep.
What was that?
You didn't even.
The last NXT before they went to Peacock.
Wow.
It was Vengeance Day.
Vengeance Day, right?
Yeah.
The
You didn't even watch
Valentine's Day one.
WrestleMania? No,
No.
We didn't watch WrestleMania.
I did.
we?
I did not.
I watched both nights.
In fact, there was an NXT Championship match on it that I think it was Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte.
No, that was last year.
Oh, there was something else, and I didn't watch it again. But I
Yes.
chose, similar to the reason that Ryan gave, -1 in Excalibur. Because -1 is making fun of a bad announcer in Excalibur.
Oh, come on. Easy.
We've got the ghost picks. Mike.
He gave his picks
He gave, yes. They're
Long
if you yes.
Where
yes.
are they?
Just
He filled it
bring up
into the thing.
the actual notes that you usually post for us.
It's in the
Yeah.
really?
He took it over.
The
Oh.
best commentary team, in his opinion, was Taz and Excalibur.
Oh, okay. So
Of
we're all
course, yes.
lockstep on that.
I
I didn't say anything about Taz.
also did not say anything about Taz, but I went with Excalibur and Tony Schiavone because I heard he had a good year.
Tony?
Yeah,
Tony's great.
yeah.
Tony,
So,
I don't know.
JR? Eh.
JR carries Excalibur, which is take from that what you will.
God.
Stop it, sir.
JR had a tough year, so I don't want to bag on JR too much.
Let's go over to the worst commentary teams. Bill, who do you got there?
I assume whatever team Michael Cole is on is the worst.
I also said whatever Raw is doing now. The Ghost said just WWE. So,
Yeah.
and Ryan?
Well, I put anything with Corey Graves probably because he's really just ruined himself for me.
He
But
used to be my favorite.
I don't really watch those products, so I can't really say. I'm sure they're terrible. I'm sure they're the worst. But give me Vic Joseph. Give me Vic Joseph. Awful. Like Vince
You know,
McMahon impression.
In my memory
yes,
of him,
that
he was
guy.
never good. He was never bad
He's
or
just-
good. He's just very
sometimes.
blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's not worse than anything like on main roster, but sometimes he just doesn't do it for me.
Next up, we're going to go to best debut of the year. Bill, do you have one for us?
Ooh.
I do, in fact.
Okay.
It was hilarious, and that's why I liked it. It was when Mike DeFazio showed up on NXT as a garbage man. To me, that was the debut of the year.
You mean Tony D'Angelo? Is that what you mean?
That's what I said.
No, it's Mike.
Oh, yeah, right. The character that he plays, Tony D'Angelo, or
Yes.
whatever it is.
The real, true to life
Wow,
garbage man.
What a debut. Oh, this is going to be the weirdest award show we've ever done.
I haven't watched a lot of
I
wrestling.
know. That's what I'm saying.
Mike went with Hook. He went with
Yeah.
Hook.
the 1992 movie Hook. I
Yep.
believe
Yeah.
it is.
Yep.
92.
Debuting in 2021.
Debuting in 2021.
Debut of the year, CM Punk.
That is what you went with?
Yeah.
That is also what I went with.
Come on.
Okay.
It was
CM
kind
Punk.
of. It was kind
He
of.
may come up in one
Kind
of
of
my
a big
lists
deal.
here.
Yeah.
Kind of a very big
He
deal.
may show up on my list eventually.
Kind of a very big deal that he returned.
Who do you got for worst, Ryan?
Worst debut of the year, Karrion Kross going to the main roster as weird knighted dude with the mask and not Scarlet and all that shit. Just complete strip down and losing to Jeff Hardy in 9 seconds after he was, well, I think while he was still NXT champ.
I think while he was still champion.
He
yeah.
was still NXT champ and he lost in 9 seconds to
That's-
Jeff Hardy in a new goofy outfit.
That's
So
not good.
Give me Karrion
That is a good
Kross
answer.
as
Yeah.
a worst debut.
Mine is actually in 2 categories, but I had to put it here because of how much I hated it.
Mhm.
I actually did see. We're going to go back to NXT. One, Ikemen Jiro,
Who?
Don't know.
the Japanese gentleman who debuted as, I ate a lot of food, and then I take a poop.
Oh, that
Oh.
guy.
And
Poop
that's
guy.
his gimmick.
Poop
Yeah.
guy.
I eat ice cream, and then I poop.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Now, he's
that's
isn't
no
he,
good.
Is he Kushida's partner?
He, I think, is at some point.
Was
yes.
is Kushida's partner?
Yes.
Yeah, that was bad.
I myself went with Brick Breaker
Wow.
just because that's
His name is Brick Breaker.
his name is Brick Breaker.
Brick Breaker.
And the Ghost decided to go with the worst debut of the year was WWE.
Okay.
Worst debut is WWE.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Let's go to the best show of the year. Now, we always screw this up. I believe show of the year. You're actually looking at his answers?
Don't read ahead. Don't read ahead.
The best, the shows are the individual shows.
Like Raw.
Like
SmackDown,
Raw. Yeah, exactly. That
Dynamite.
type of thing.
Yeah.
So, best show of the year, Bill. Who do you got?
Because I didn't know what else to say, I just guessed that one of the AEW shows is the best show. It sure isn't any WWE product.
That is.
I'll let Ryan tell me which one's better.
I went with Dynamite.
I'm going with Dynamite, but they're doing a lot of setup. Dynamite kind of sets up Rampage a little bit now. I guess we'll see what happens with TBS.
Rampage is the Friday night show. Then.
Right.
Yes.
So they've been like doing some promos to lead it, which makes sense. Promos to lead into Rampage, which has big matches on it, but I still think it's Dynamite.
Mike didn't understand the question, and he said, any show with me on it.
That is the worst.
Well, you should come back and make the show better then, Ghost. Come on. All right. Best show of the year.
Worst show of the year.
Worst show of the year.
I went with Raw just because.
I went with WWE, all of them. Tie.
Yeah.
Tie for all of them.
Raw.
And Ghost went with WWE.
I sense a theme here.
He also said for show worsts, any show without me on it.
Yeah, I figured
So I
that
feel
was
like he
coming.
didn't understand the question.
He didn't take this seriously.
No. What do we got next? We've got the best gimmick. Bill, who do you got for best gimmick?
This is a repeat, but I think it's good enough that I highlight it again. The best gimmick of the year for me is the true to life garbage man Michael DeFazio on NXT.
Tony D'Angelo again?
That's what I said, right?
Two-time winner Tony D'Angelo?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Ryan, who do you have for best gimmick? What do you
He's
have
on here. I wanted to put him as like every year we have the debate of Rookie of the Year and who's new and who's not. He was new to me this year, but he's not new to wrestling.
Okay.
So I gave him this award because I think it's the
That's
best gimmick. Danhausen, one of my favorites of the year. Danhausen, the weird guy with the face paint.
Okay.
Who has like does those little skits.
Okay. Cool.
Danhausen. Got a lot of entertainment from him over this last year.
The Ghost decided to go with Miro God Chosen. Not entirely sure what that means.
Miro the Redeemer,
okay.
I think is what he means. The character that Rusev turned into when he went to AEW. First he was like the gamer guy.
Right.
Then he was like super God person. Like, God gave you these powers and I'm going to break you for God. And now it's turned into, I hate God because he didn't let me, because I lost the TNT title and he didn't help me retain the title. So now I hate God and I'm going to prove him wrong. It's a very interesting character, which he hasn't come back from yet. He's just done promos. He's got a hamstring injury, so he hasn't actually wrestled with that yet. So.
But he's been enjoyable to watch wrestle as well.
Yes.
Okay.
I am not sure this is a gimmick, but Ibushi as God. That's what I went with.
He lives the gimmick.
He's living the gimmick, brother.
Now, worst gimmick. I'm gonna go first on this one. I went with the AEW exploding barbed wire death match because it's
not a person,
but like
okay,
it's a gimmick.
It deserves being.
It's a gimmick
called
match.
Worst.
Yeah,
It deserves its worst for sure.
So,
but it's not a person's gimmick.
You're lucky I got a list here, Ryan. Come on.
All right, fine.
Ryan, what's your worst gimmick?
Do you remember this? Because I don't think she's been on TV a lot. Nikki Ash, almost a superhero.
Oh, Super Ash or something?
Yeah.
Nikki, almost a superhero.
Oh, no, right.
Which was, what's her fucking old name? I forget now. Nikki
Cross.
Sorry, Nikki Cross character.
Carrion's sister, I believe.
Yeah, right. Nikki Cross's character where she became a superhero. And she won the title, I think, as this character. But it's dumb. And it's not on TV anymore, so oh well.
Good choice. Bill, how about you?
The worst gimmick, oddly enough, is Mike DeFazio, garbage man. It's just hard to watch.
Wait, it's the
So
best
you
and
got
the worst?
best and worst gimmick?
Yes, it's the best because it is so spot on, true to life. It's the worst because it's hard to listen to and it's annoying.
So he gets the Vampiro Award for best and worst.
That's correct.
That's happened before for Vampiro. Best segment on television and worst segment on television, I think. Vampiro's music.
Oh, man.
Did you see that Beth Phoenix did that
Yes.
night one or whatever they called the stupid pay-per-view?
Yep. She did not
She
charge
came
the
out
ring.
on top of the ramp and then stood there looking angry until her music hit, and then she went to the ring.
It was very silly. And somebody quoted the whole Vampiro part from Max Striker and just put Beth Phoenix's name in there. Very funny.
So next up for Mike's worst gimmick is it's WWE. It's just WWE.
He really put a lot of effort into this.
He sure did.
Did. Best rookie of the rookie of the year. Who do we have?
I have Hook.
I also have Hook.
I have two. I haven't actually seen either one. I wanted to mention Brick Breaker because apparently he's the only actual good wrestler left in NXT.
He is good.
Oh, I thought he was bad. That's why I put him as a bad debut of the year.
No, he's good. He's
But-
it's just
Oh well.
The other
Too
one
early.
I said, based on the way you guys talked about it, I would think it has to be Hook.
yeah.
The
one of those
Ghost
two.
also went with Hook.
I would say
I
one
think
of those
Hook
two
has
is
to be the
fine.
answer there.
What's next? We've got the best non-wrestler.
Hmm.
I went with Conan.
Okay.
Just
He's
some
stuff.
kind of is
Friend
not,
of the show.
Not anymore. No longer. He dropped us.
Oh,
We didn't sign up for his Patreon, so
oh
he
right.
stopped talking to us.
I didn't have. I could not think of non-wrestlers. So Ryan, who do you have for this?
I had somebody on here, but he made a real gaffe.
Oh,
He made a real gaffe this past week. I had Tony.
Yeah.
I literally had Tony Khan written down on here for opening the Forbidden Door, but made some bad Twitter moves.
Yeah.
Poor
Calling out
choice.
Big Swole.
I don't think it's as bad as it's made out to be, but it was real bad. And a simple
It's a bad look.
a simple, sorry, that's not how I meant it. Wouldn't have been perfect, but it would have been something.
Yeah.
But as far as I can tell, he didn't backtrack even a little.
Oh no, he has not.
So, yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, I won't take him for sure. I'll give me Sue.
Sue.
Who is Sue?
Oh, Sue.
Give me Sue. Trent's mom.
Trent's mom.
Oh,
who
okay.
drives around the van.
All right,
Give me
that's
Sue. Even though last year was more of a Sue year because Trent's been hurt all year with his neck injury, but she did show back up recently. So give me Sue.
Bill, how about you?
I had two. One that I just wanted to make mention of, I guess, isn't the winner. I think it's kind of cool that Martha Hart is all of a sudden around again and
yeah.
doesn't just hate wrestling.
Good choice.
Apparently, it's just WWE, which I get.
Right.
Understandable.
Sure.
But the actual winner, I thought, for best non-wrestler has been Amanda Huber.
Oh.
Because she's been very supportive of everything they're doing with her husband and his action figure and stuff.
Right.
Oh, is
allowing
this,
her son,
Brody
Lee's
Lee's
wife,
Widow.
letting her kid do stuff. She still all the time appears tweets about how awesome Big E is.
Yeah. She's
But she
she's
seems
working at AEW as I don't know what the job title is, but charity person
Oh,
kind
okay.
of thing. So when they go to a town, if they go to Dallas, she finds a charity to work with and brings a bunch of people there.
Awesome.
Or it's rescuing dogs or what. Each one is different. That's what her job is. So she
That's a cool
should
job.
go to Dallas and be okay, well they have a dog problem, so we're gonna go to this kennel and help rescue all these dogs, and the wrestlers will help
get them adopted.
get them
that kind of
adopted
thing.
and stuff and the next place is Make-A-Wish, and the next place is something else. And
yeah. Given what
all
she's
that
been
stuff.
through, she seems to be wildly positive all the time.
Yeah.
Also,
I
Right.
will change my answer from Conan to be her as well. Then.
She also has the which I appreciated it's a foundation, the John Huber Legacy Foundation or something like that, where the whole purpose is single parents or parents who can't afford to live their dreams or whatever, or take the next step. It helps you can apply to get grants and stuff to be an artist or whatever.
That's cool.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So
I
I agree with that. That's a good one.
The Ghost El Fantasmo had Taz as his best non-wrestler.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a lot of Taz Hook.
Taz is a wrestler, but
He doesn't take bumps.
The worst non-wrestler, I'm going to go out and say WWE Network. The network is not a wrestler.
For shutting down.
And it's terrible.
Oh, Peacock. You mean Peacock Network.
Both. Yes.
Wrestling in general is the worst non-wrestler.
Fair point.
This podcast, and the fact that I have to be on it, is the worst.
Bill, who do you have for worst non-wrestler?
A little bit more broad, but I think correctly I said Vince McMahon is just the absolute worst.
Makes sense.
I said Vince because all the firings.
Yeah.
That's why.
Okay, that's
2 years in a row now he's been on here simply because of the firings. And don't blame Nick Khan.
It's that, but it's also the way he's just destroyed NXT.
Oh, right. That too.
He
fired 100 people this year, like 100 wrestlers.
Yeah.
Not in office.
A lot of office people, too.
Tons of office people that we don't know about.
Ghost went with WWE.
Yep.
Next up, we've got the most underrated. Who do you have, Ryan?
He was champion up until right now, or day one-ish, whatever that pay-per-view was called.
The Usos?
No, Big E.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big E is the most underrated. Why? Because he should be a top star. Should have been booked like a fucking top champion.
Since he got the belt, he's won 3 matches and lost 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He is the most underrated, even though he had the title. I feel like there's
and to
so
lose
much
it to fucking Brock.
There's just so much left on the table there that they just left on the table. It's great that he won it, but my God.
Bill, who do you have for most underrated?
I'm pretty sure it's my answer last year. Similar to what you just said with being underutilized and whatnot. Kushida is just
oh my God.
the saddest. Just
criminally underrated.
Yeah.
Good choice. I went with Darby Allin because I think he should
Wow.
be even higher than where he is right now.
I think he might get there someday.
Might
get there
plus, I
someday.
just really, really like him. The Ghost went with Serena Deeb.
Oh, I like that one. That's a good one. I like everything she's done since she
Oh,
turned
okay.
heel.
I didn't know she was heel.
She broke the trophy over Hikaru Shida's head.
Ooh.
Like you've won 50
Oh yes, I
wins.
did. I did hear about
Congratulations! And then she smashed the trophy over her head. Turned heel. I enjoyed that.
that. Most overrated. Ryan, do you have anybody?
I put Brock, I guess, because people just go crazy for him, and I just don't get it. Don't care. I guess I could have put Bray, but he hasn't done anything since WrestleMania. He sucked all year. He was god awful. I don't know. One of them. Brock, probably, even though he hasn't done very much.
Bill, how about you?
Overrated. Sorry. Oh yeah, I said Brock Lesnar.
I'm gonna get heat.
Oh.
CM Punk.
Oh.
Not for me. Not for me. You won't.
Wow.
I don't know that I agree with you, but I don't think it's a bad choice.
I don't think it's not a terrible take, actually. I think there could be I've enjoyed his stuff, but I think you could say he's not.
Like a more knowledgeable person than I could make the argument.
Somebody could make that argument. I wouldn't want to, and I don't agree per se, but I could see somebody making that argument.
All right, well, at least I'm not far off. Let's see what the Ghost said. Oh, yeah, he said WWE.
It's like the song that never ends. Sometimes it gets unfunny, and then it comes back, and it gets funny again.
So we next have the best baby/heel turn. So,
Ooh, this was hard.
yes. Bill, what do you have for this? Did you do just one, or did you do both?
Oh, I did one.
You
Sorry.
did one.
Yes.
Okay.
The best babyface turn of the year, I believe, was FTR turning into luchadors.
Okay.
That was
Perfectly done.
It was a babyface turn.
Was it not?
I don't think it was a turn. I think they remained heels.
I thought that was spectacular.
Ryan, who do you got?
I had a hard time with this because it's like there weren't good turns really at all. Maybe because the crowds just showed back up kind of halfway through the year. I put Bryan Danielson's turn because I really enjoyed just the subtle, like, I was a huge babyface at the pay-per-view, And now that you've won the title, Hangman Page, I'm just going to come out, because you're a babyface, I'm just going to come out and just be a dick and turn myself heel and instantly turn myself heel. And then I'm going to take it to the next level and be like, okay, I don't like you, but everybody can cheer me after. No, wait, I'm actually going to stomp and injure every single member of Dark Order and get myself systematically booed more and more and more each week, because I'm going to hurt each one of these people, and you're going to continue to boo me leading into the match.
You actually mentioned my best baby turn was Dark Order. I heard they had a very good turn.
They turned baby because of Brody Lee's passing. They basically was like, we can't be heels now. And so they just went with the babyface thing.
And then I also had the best heel turn was the Young Bucks turning heel.
That was okay.
I heard it was good. I saw it on a list. I was like, I like the Young Bucks. Okay.
I'm going to be critical of the Young Bucks here. I know this is weird.
What?
I'm going to be critical, but what I didn't like about that is the first week they turned heel reluctantly. Then it seemed like they turned back babyface the next week. Then they officially turned heel week 3. Instead of just going heel and going with Omega from the beginning, they were like weird about it in the storyline, and then they went with it, and it was good. But it took like 3 weeks for it to work itself out. And it wasn't just that one shocking, like, oh, he super kicked whoever. I don't even remember who it was now.
I will say, having not just seen pictures and stuff,
I don't know.
I much enjoy the 90s Shawn Michaels, the growing in a dark beard and then dyeing the mustache blonde.
Yes.
Some of the
Nick
subtle
Jackson.
things they do.
Nick Jackson.
That look with the dangly cross earring
Yeah.
is phenomenal, if I'm being honest.
This is the first nice thing you've ever said about the Young Bucks on the show.
That was good. Some of the subtle stuff they do is good. I remember watching a PWG match where they were heels. There's a quick 1 count.
Yes.
And as true heels,
Yes.
they argued.
Yes.
That was 2.
Yes.
And
They argued for 2, not 3.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
That was a
Some
very
of
good
their
one.
stuff they do is good.
Yes.
Then they just go out and not be very good wrestlers, you know?
Oh, come on.
Jesus. So the Ghost has a best face and a best heel.
All right, do it.
It doesn't seem like these are turns to me. Well, except Hangman was a turn. Hangman turned
Before
face.
the year, but okay.
Okay,
It
so
was
he's got
before-
Hangman as his best face.
Yeah.
He's got MJF as his best heel. That's not a turn. MJF was
No.
always heel.
He pretended to be Jericho's friend, maybe. I think he's just saying who was the best heel and who was the
Yeah,
best face.
he didn't
which is-
have. He didn't
That's
have a
fine.
turn.
That's fine. I agree with those.
How about worst baby/heel turn? Face heel turn. Ryan, do you have anybody good?
All right, this is a weird one, so you got to stick with me here.
Okay.
And you probably don't remember this, but it's Black Goo Alexa Bliss. Now, here's the reason why. Alexa
yes.
Bliss was Bray Wyatt's friend.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
Alexa
Was that the
was
Ghost?
Yes, it was. Was Bray Wyatt's friend, right?
Yes, but not
And-
Sister Abigail.
Oh my God. Off. Alexa. Off.
You said Alexa Bliss.
I'm leaving that in.
You're just gonna have to call her Bliss from now on.
Bliss.
Bliss.
Which Bliss?
Anyway.
Alexa?
Stop.
Not to
Didn't do it.
Well,
So she.
anyway,
Bliss,
she turned on Bray
Yes.
at WrestleMania and spit black
Black
goo
goo.
out of her face
I-
and like caused it, like creeped him out, so he lost
Yeah.
and like turned on him. But then they never followed up on that because Bray never was on television ever again
Okay.
after WrestleMania. So
Sounds pretty bad.
it was weird.
Bill, what do you got for us for worst heel turn?
This
Worst
is a heel turn. It's actually already been mentioned.
Hmm.
The very recent heel turn by Tony Khan. Just
Okay.
not good. Again, I don't think like he's got to step down or anything like that.
No.
But it's a real bad look, especially as someone who had a lot of public support behind him.
Yes.
It's bad.
It's
just
bad.
bad all
Yeah.
around. There's so
Um,
many ways you could have handled that. Just said flat out, you know what? I appreciate what you said, but I don't agree.
Right.
That would have been fine.
Right.
That's not offensive. Oh, boy. All right.
For me, I in my research came across Shotzi Blackheart.
Yeah, she was a pretty popular babyface in NXT and then just turned heel for no reason.
Because she was going up against Becky, I think
Yeah.
it was, and they had to turn her heel or something like
guess.
that.
I don't know. It was weird, but it also makes no sense. Her as a heel makes no sense
Yeah,
because she's such a
positive.
just outgoing person and she's attractive to follow as oh, I like her. So her being a heel makes almost no sense. But maybe she can do something with it. Who knows? It's better to be a heel in WWE than a face, so she's probably
true.
better off than most people.
The Ghost went with WWE again for worst baby / heel turn. Now we're gonna go to the best promo of the year. Ryan's. We're gonna hold off on you because you probably actually have a good one.
Okay, I don't know.
Bill,
if I do.
what do you have?
I have one that I actually did see.
Oh,
That although I don't always love him, I thought Punk's returning promo
Okay,
that
was
a
the
good one.
best one.
That's
Yep.
a good one.
that was on my short list.
That was a good one.
I just said something by MJF because
Yeah, it's probably a good one.
Yeah.
I love it.
Almost everything he says is great.
Ghost went with anything Eddie Kingston.
That's funny you say that because I said Eddie Kingston, specifically Eddie Kingston going after CM Punk, saying we're not friends. You're bad for the business. You're not nice to people. I'm gonna take this into my own hands. You're a dick. Everyone knows you're a dick. We're not talking about it because you're back, but you're actually a fucking dick in real life.
Nice.
So
I do like that.
yeah,
But it's hard to pick him when he also had to cover his best friend
Yeah.
from
That
Roman
wasn't-
Candles.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
you didn't know that was happening.
Right.
That wasn't his fault. He didn't set those things off.
Oh, I mentioned that one.
Actually,
That's the exploding.
his
death
promo
match, yeah.
to recover that was incredible. Or is
It
this
was- it was
I was
solid.
worried about my friend and
Best
I
you could
blacked
do,
out.
yeah.
That was pretty good.
Best you could do with it. I will give him credit for that.
100%. You could not have saved that with anything, and he almost did. Sort of did. Not really, but
Yeah.
did his best.
Let's stick with you and go with the worst promo of the year. Ryan, what you got for us?
All right. It's a promo that I'm split on because it was the worst promo of the year, but also at the end it came back to be a nice promo because I'm a father. So it was Cody's America promo, which was
Sounds bad.
America's great because we disagree, which was oh my God. And it was right after I think it was right after the election. Shortly after the election, I believe.
2021. So maybe after
The inauguration in January
yeah.
6th and all this bad stuff that had happened. It was basically America, we're great because we hate each other and we disagree. And it was oh my God, this is the wrong time to do this. Because it was his promo leading to him versus Anthony Ogogo. Where it was America versus the Brits
Oh,
in the UK.
Yeah, I remember.
And
now.
laying the flags on each other and stuff. And it was this is the wrong time, tone deaf, wrong time to be doing this. Please don't do this. But then at the end of the promo, he kind of brings it back because it was about his daughter, his unborn daughter. And I was okay, he brought it back. But the beginning,
terrible.
the America promo, awful.
Bill.
Not necessarily executed awfully, but dude, don't do this now. Come on. That was my worst promo of the year.
What do you got for us, Bill?
Bit of a cop out because I've said it before, but I just honestly couldn't think of anything worse than Iko Minjiro saying, "I'm a Japanese guy. I like to eat ice cream. Then I take big poops." Couldn't think of anything worse.
You know what? You can't say that enough. I feel like that might have to become an open.
Oh boy.
I only sit side saddle. I didn't know who talks anymore, so I said Vicky Guerrero.
She did have that one weird thing where she introduced Andrade. It was terrible.
Yeah.
She's excuse me.
Yeah,
And
she
everyone's
did her
booing her.
excuse
And then
me
she's
thing.
finally Andrade will come out now. And everyone's wait, what? That was bad.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was her fault. It was more of a crowd thing. But
Oh, that was me pulling something out of my
all
butt.
right, well.
Worst promo from the Ghost, WWE.
Okay. Yep. He really put a lot of effort into this.
He put a lot of effort into the.
I can't believe he even filled this questionnaire out.
I would agree.
We've got the best feud of the year. Bill.
So this is based on potential because I haven't seen any of it.
Oh.
But from what I've heard, I think that probably a good one has been Darby Allin versus MJF.
Yeah. Sure. That counts. It's a good one.
Because they're both they're the two pillars. The other two pillars, no thank you. But
Jungle Boy.
Not no
come
thank you.
on
Not
now.
to. No, I don't mean to dismiss them outright,
was
but they
the
are not
fourth?
pillars of the company
Who was the fourth?
Sammy Guevara.
Sammy.
Yeah.
He was TNT champ.
for like 2 weeks.
No, well, he was still TNT champ. It was more than 2 weeks. It was like a month.
Okay. Well,
2 months?
again, I don't mean to say that he or Jungle Boy are bad, but is Jungle Boy ever going to have the strap on him? Absolutely not.
He won that battle royal.
Yeah.
That was a big moment to have a title shot, but then he didn't win that match.
Will he ever have the AEW championship belt around his
yes,
neck?
he
yes.
will.
I would say
Eventually.
yes.
No.
Like 5-10 years from now.
I would like to put a 50-cent piece on that long-term bet.
Long-term bet.
I'm not sure what
5
happened
years.
there. I feel like he was definitely on the rise, big time.
I can see him being a
And
TNT champion, a
had-
tag team champion, the guy. No, thank you.
I think he can.
5
be the
years.
guy.
I'll say 5 years.
I think he can be the guy.
50-cent piece it is.
Within 5 years.
Put it on the board.
Put it
Put it on the board.
What happened to the board?
I
forgot
had a
to
board
forgot to put things on the board.
somewhere.
We had a board. What happened to
Let
it?
me see.
It's gone.
Um,
We're still on best
So
feud.
Baker Mayfield's not a
We-
good quarterback, huh?
no, he's not. We are, in fact, still
it must be
on-
done. Talk about passports. It must be done.
I believe we are still on best feud. Ryan, if you'd like to.
I would say Omega and Hangman. It's like a 3-year feud, and it culminated with
sure.
Hangman winning.
I also went that. And so did the Ghost.
Yeah,
So.
it's great.
The worst feud of this year, I went with Bianca versus Becky.
Well, that's a good one. Even though
Okay.
it's not really a feud, I guess, because it was like a one-off deal. But yes, bad.
Okay.
I went with Burt Fiend versus Randy Orton.
That was this year?
Yes, it was.
What is Burt Fiend?
When the Fiend got burned alive by Randy Orton.
Burnt
Burnt
Fiend.
Fiend.
Not Burt Fiend.
Not Burt Fiend.
I was like, who the fuck is
Who's
that?
Burt? There's a wrestler named Burt?
Yeah, like, what
No,
are you
the Burn Fiend.
Okay, that makes
and then
way
he came
more
back
sense.
and wrestled as a burn guy.
Right.
It was bad.
That sounds horrible.
So bad.
Bill, do you have a worst feud for us?
Yeah, I don't know if this was more than a short build for a single match or not, but the one that annoyed me the most was the Black and Gold versus NXT 2.0.
Oh, God. It was
Oh, yeah.
leading up to War Games.
That was annoying to me.
That was brutal. Definitely
WWE for worst feud for Bill, for Mike. Next up, we've got the best storyline. I would like to go first again. I would
ahead.
say Ruby Soho entering AEW because I
Interesting.
just really like her. Like I
Yes.
the first what was it 2 weeks ago? I actually heard her entrance music. I'm like, I love her. I don't care.
That's,
Soho, yeah.
she's great.
I don't think it's really a storyline, but whatever, it works.
No.
I kind of went a similar direction with
She's great.
mine.
Okay, Bill, what do you got?
My favorite storyline is just all of the best people in NXT just showing up in AEW and shooting right to the top.
You mean
It's
like
just-
the merge of the two?
Yeah.
Like, these two are fighting, but now they're together. Yes, I like that as well.
And Ryan, what's
All
your
right,
best storyline?
I put this on here. I really fucking enjoyed this. Matt Cardona, a.k.a. Zack
yep.
Ryder, going into GCW and fighting Nick Gage in a death match
Oh.
and winning the GCW title and then calling it the GCW Universe,
Yes.
then turning the GCW title into a spinner belt.
The way he did
and
it.
all the other things
And
that
just
he
going
did.
in big time and saying, like, I'm
Just-
a WWE
yes.
star and all that.
I'm a superstar. Call it the belt, not the strap. All these things that are like the funny, goofy things about
I'm a
WWE.
sports entertainer.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
gonna sports entertain GCW to death.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought you were supposed to call it a strap.
You're supposed to call it the title, not the belt.
Oh, okay.
Things like that. All those things that he brought in to GCW.
Sounds good. Sounds very
It's
good.
just fantastic.
And then the fact that he was willing to actually go through like a disgusting
literally
bloodbath
got
match.
absolutely destroyed. And
But
the
then, yes.
stories, even the behind the scenes stories of how, like, he's like, GCW does not have a medical staff. They sewed me up with fucking stitches. I got infected. I had to have surgery to get the glass pulled out. Like, I went to a hotel and I couldn't. The stitches were bleeding so much that they gushed the bed when I fell asleep. So I had to like take it all and get dry cleaned for the hotel. All the behind the scenes, like, what the fuck, is just
And then, like
fantastic.
he said, after all that, he turned around and made it a spinner belt.
Yes, and then he calls himself the Deathmatch King, and even though he will never have a death match again, he's still the Deathmatch King because he's 1-0 in death matches.
Yep.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Mike went with Hangman's Road to the Championship.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good
Okay.
storyline.
Sure.
I did see a funny thing that was also Matt Cardona's groomsman
Yes.
is the real Forbidden Door.
Yes.
'Cause it was like The Miz,
Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler,
Yeah.
but then
Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins and like all
Yeah.
these like somebody from
Mid-card
AEW.
guys?
Oh, Cody.
Cody. And then
all the
Adam
mid-card guys.
Cole was at his wedding
Yeah.
because Britt Baker and Chelsea Green are best friends. So Adam Cole was there. Heath Slater was there. Like the people. Morrison.
One-man
Morrison was
band?
one of his groomsmen.
Who's
Oh,
Morrison?
did he have all 3-man band there?
No, just one.
Oh.
Just Heath.
Who's Morrison?
Johnny.
Oh, Johnny-
Johnny Impact.
Johnny Blackheart and all.
Johnny
Johnny
Impact.
Wrestling?
Johnny Wrestling.
Yeah.
Was there.
Yeah,
As
it
the
was like
groomsman.
a picture of all these guys that at some point were in WWE but are all over the place now.
Yeah.
Brought back together.
Yeah.
The true Forbidden Door.
All the wedding people at the wedding. Steve Macklin, who.
But it was also very
Gianna
specific group
Purrazzo.
of guys from like circa 2012 WWE.
Oh yeah.
It was
Yes.
like-
Yes.
That mid to lower card.
Yeah.
All the 2020.
Where you're like, these guys should be higher.
All the 2012 bros that most of them have been fired,
Yeah.
except for Miz and Ziggs. I
Who?
think, right?
Yeah.
Ziggler's still there?
Still there.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
The heel Ziggler.
What do we got for worst storylines? Bill, go ahead.
Whatever they did with Samoa Joe coming back to NXT,
Oh my god.
where he was the
That's a good
GM's
choice.
muscle,
Yes.
but not a wrestler, but a fighter, but actually the champion. But
he
then
lost.
actually, no, he didn't even lose. He just, I'm gonna give up the belt. I'm not gonna
Right.
keep it.
He
Like,
gave it up, and then he hasn't been seen since.
whatever's going on with Samoa Joe, I saw that he was recently spotted scouting talent or something like that. Like
Who knows?
whatever that was, I didn't see it thankfully, but that was dumb.
Oh my god, that was dumb. That's a good one.
Ryan, what do you have for this one? Worst storyline.
NXT 2.0.
Good
Just like,
choice.
Yeah.
come on,
Yep.
guys. Take a good thing and you fuck it up. Come on.
I went across the ocean and I said Ospreay having to vacate the belt.
Oh, yeah. Osprey. Just the entire Osprey thing.
Yes.
Of like, oh, now I'm still back as champion and now I'm part of Wrestle Kingdom, which is happening like in mere hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We haven't had much to do in New Japan with our awards.
Yeah, with the Ghost not having New Japan anymore, it's hard to watch it. And also, it sucked this past year. Some of it their fault, some of it injuries.
Yeah,
fault.
injuries and also COVID
Yeah.
ruined Japan. I mean, it ruined
Yeah.
America too. We just pretend like it didn't happen.
Yeah, right.
But they tried to actually care in Japan, so it really
And,
messed things
yeah,
up.
It really fucked.
But also, yeah, their booking hasn't been stellar.
Booking sucked. The injuries sucked. It was just bad. They couldn't bring any foreigners in. Just bad all around.
I'll give you a halfpenny if you know what Mike's worst storyline was.
WWE.
That is correct.
Collect that halfpenny.
I don't know what a
Taking it.
halfpenny is. I think it's half a penny.
Take it.
What? Then you better chop a penny in half before we get back here next week.
Get a machete. Chop a penny in half live on the air.
All right. Let's go to the best
That'd be hard to
pay-per-view of this year. Best pay-per-view. Mike's not here. Ryan, what do you got for us?
Give me All Out. AEW All Out.
Yes, that is what
Punk's
I
first
went
match
with.
back. What else we have?
I went with the only one I saw this year.
Omega.
NXT Vengeance Day. As NXT pay-per-views go,
God.
not even that great. But it's the only one I saw this year.
Oh my God.
So three of us went with All Out because Mike and I also went with All Out.
It had the debut of Adam Cole and then the debut of Bryan Danielson back to back.
Oh, right.
Wow,
That's
this is
pretty
a
good.
good show.
It was awesome. It It was very good.
You said this was Punk's first match
Punk's
back?
first match with Darby Allin.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
It was great.
that's a good show.
Great pay-per-view.
Let's see. The worst pay-per-view, I went with whatever GCW did. Yep.
Any GCW pay-per-view.
I'm guessing if they did a backyard wrestling, I'm going to choose the backyard wrestling.
know,
They did, but we didn't watch it this time.
That's what it is.
My
then.
thinking was something WWE. I don't know. Probably WrestleMania because it was too long. But you're right. The Independence Day show by GCW was without a doubt the worst pay-per-view of the year.
Even though we never watched it.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
All right.
Ryan, how about you?
Normally, worst pay-per-view, I'd go with Mike, WWE. There's, whatever. You pick it. But I want to crap on this thing because it deserves to be crapped on. You already did it, Wally.
Yep.
But it deserves to be shit on. AEW Revolution with the sparkler ending of
Our
the death
evolution.
match.
Yes.
The sparkler ending of the death match, which actually was a good match, and the pay-per-view wasn't bad, except for the sparklers fucking ruined it at the end. And I'm totally fine with people not getting hurt. It's okay in the end. Like, okay, explosions didn't happen, people didn't die. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm glad nobody got hurt. However, it looked fucking stupid. It was bad. It was the worst pay-per-view that I actually watched, I guess, because of the ending. But the pay-per-view itself was fine. The match was fine. I feel bad for those guys, but yeah, the fucking sparklers, man.
Yeah, it was
Give me
dumb.
those sparklers.
Mike said WWE.
Yep, of course he did.
We've got the most improved.
Are we skipping
wrestler.
tag team?
I didn't have tag team
Oh,
on mine, but
I did.
okay.
Best tag team.
somehow
I didn't have worst tag team, but I had best tag.
Yeah, I just said best.
All right, let's go with best tag team. Bill.
FTR or the Super Luchas or whatever they call themselves.
Piranhas?
Super Ranas,
right?
yes.
Mike, not here again. Ryan. Ryan.
I love it.
Still not here.
Still not here. He never came back. I'm doing something different. The Young Bucks are always my answer.
Yeah.
I think they won it every single year for me.
Until-
So I gotta do something. So I'm coming up with the Young Bucks Award for Best Tag Team of the Year. So I don't have to keep doing this. And the winner is the Young Bucks.
Get the fuck out of here.
The Young Bucks are the inaugural winner of the Young Bucks Award for Best Tag Team, the Young Bucks.
You
Thank
just said that.
Thank you.
You just crapped on them.
I didn't. I said they made a mistake on the one thing. That's it.
Yeah, well, how can you be the best?
I myself will,
FTR made no mistakes.
out of pure ignorance, I'm gonna say Lucha Brothers.
They didn't win the tag battles. They lost.
They get screwed.
And
Lucha
then
Brothers. Yeah. they had
Mike
a good year.
went with a tie between FTR, Lucha Bros, and Young Bucks.
Oh,
so it's a
God.
big old tie all
wow.
around.
That is a cop out.
I hate it.
That was a cop out. It's not
I'm going to
like
say
mine.
Brick Breaker and whoever
Young-
he hangs out with.
Whoever NXT 2.0 tag teams are, I can't name any of them.
Can't
but
name a single one, but I'm sure they're excellent.
They got to be out there.
All right, let's go with most improved this year.
Mm.
Ryan, who you got?
This was hard. I went with Dante Martin because he was in a tag team before. He was definitely one of the Dudley's kids, but then he wasn't one of the Dudley's kids. So he improved there by not being a Dudley's kid.
Yeah.
But he's been a single star this year, and I think he's good. He's
And that's, his
certainly
partner got injured, is that
his
correct?
partner got injured. He's certainly been the most athletic. Like, he's got like the Ricochet Award, I guess, for being like the coolest fucking flippy guy. So give me him.
Okay.
Give me Dante Martin. He's been
Bill, who'd you got?
Based on discussions that we've had over the last year,
great.
they went from just kind of always disappointing to one of the best things on the show. Dr. DMD, whatever, Britt Baker.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Right. I feel like her rise began before. Her rise began in like 2020, though, didn't it? But she's certainly.
But it was
improved.
always like, yeah, like the promo was decent, but
Yeah.
then the match wasn't great.
Yeah.
Her
But
matches
ever
have
since she
gotten
won the
better.
belt, it seems like you guys have had only good things to say about her.
She's gotten a lot better every time
In
she's
ring.
on. Honestly, every time she's on TV, she's fucking great and gets better every time. So I can see that.
Mike went with Miro as his most improved wrestler.
From doing nothing to doing a lot of good things and winning the TNT title. Yeah.
Makes sense.
I like that.
I went with Bianca Belair. I heard she had a meteoric rise this year.
She was something in NXT, but they didn't ever do go all the way with her, I guess.
I think they would have. I think she got called up before they
And
could
she got
have.
called up and
I think she would have beat
that rise.
Raquel Gonzalez.
That would have been great, but she did all those things on the main roster, so
Right.
I think that makes sense.
Let's go to. We're closing in on this here. Let's go with the best male wrestler of the year. Bill, you got one?
I'd like to honorably mention Big E Langston.
Okay.
They've tried their hardest to make him look bad, but he's good enough to, even outside of the ring, be like a good all-around person that people like.
Just
But
the
it
best.
seems to me the best wrestler this year has to be Bryan Danielson.
Wow.
Okay.
Interesting, because it seems to me this year the best wrestler should be Bryan Danielson for me.
Mike's best male wrestler of the year, Bryan Danielson.
Wow.
Even though he's lost some killer instinct, as we've discussed.
No, he's certainly not.
He can't win the big match. Everything goes to a tie.
Sure, but he has all the killer instinct. That's the difference.
Can't finish anybody off.
He also, if you think about it, he was he was so good. He forced himself into the main event at WrestleMania, which he lost. It was him, Edge, and Roman, which was a pretty good match, even considering Roman being in there. Who's okay, he's okay, but with those other two, he was great. And it was the stack pin finish where he beat them both and pinned them both at the same time. But he was great. He did that, then he did all this stuff in AEW at the same time. So he basically was the top guy of both promotions.
Yeah.
At the top.
I would like to honorably mention MJF and then Bryan Danielson.
Okay. Sweep it. Wow, I don't think that's ever happened.
Did you guys do a worst male wrestler? Because I've got Goldberg.
I have worst wrestler of the year.
I have just one worst wrestler, but it is a male.
I have best female. Do you have best female?
I do. But
worst
I also
wrestler
have
of the year,
worst
male.
female.
I have it.
Okay, worst wrestler of the year?
Bray Wyatt, even though he was he did the burned fiend, he did the
That's
black
dumb.
goo.
It's dumb.
Just a lot of dumb stuff.
But there's one that's far and away worse than him.
Wow. Okay.
Worst wrestler of the year, male or female, happens to be male. MDK, Nick Cage.
No. Oh,
Good
come on.
choice.
Nick Cage, excuse me. I think I said Nick Cage. Nick
You
Cage.
did.
Nick
You did
Cage.
say
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage would be a fantastic
He'd be great.
wrestler.
You would be great.
Nick Cage is the worst.
Nick Cage.
Oh,
Fuck
come
Nick
on,
Cage.
Come on. He loves you guys. Just going to send those assassins.
He is
after
threatened. He is training Mike's baby daughter
Yes.
to murder me.
you. She's part of the NDK. gang.
I know.
She's going to come for you one of these days.
All right, let's go with the best female wrestler. Bill, who you got?
This is just a guess based on what I've seen in the past. I'm going to say Io Shirai is the best.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, just not on TV enough
I don't know.
this past year.
Ryan, who you got?
What a stiff arm.
My one and only Impact winner, I think, on this list, right?
I don't know.
Not a lot of
probably.
Impact showing up on this list, but they deserve it for this. Their women's division is incredible, and Deonna Purrazzo was atop the women's division
Oh, Deanna Paz is very good.
for the entire year, pretty
Saw that,
much.
right?
Is that Chubb?
Yep.
Yeah. Watch this. Watch him murder this person.
Well, Najee Harris.
How do you say murder in Scottish?
How do you say murder in Scottish?
Murder.
There you go.
Murder.
That's what he did.
Give
Give me Deonna Purrazzo.
Mike went with
Champ.
Serena Deeb.
She's great.
I went with Maki Ito.
Yes. Excellent choice.
So
Yeah,
for sure the champion of Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I also had for worst female wrestler Eva Marie.
Wow.
Just
She was
throwing it
bad.
out there.
She
I
didn't
don't
really
know.
even do anything, and she got fired.
Best match of the year.
I've only got
you know what?
one.
We're gonna hold off on that. We're
Okay.
gonna go with best segment of the year.
Oh.
Best segment of the
I don't
year.
think I have a best
I
segment.
don't
of the
think I
year.
have a best segment. I have
You
worst.
put it in the.
Did I?
You put it in the email. So
Did
I went directly from the email. I went with CM Punk's return.
I'll go with
I
that.
think I called that a promo, yeah.
CM,
We'll say that.
CM
Yeah.
Punk's return.
All right. Worst segment. I went with the WWE Women's Titles Exchange.
Oh, I forgot about
was
that.
good.
That was
Yes.
awful.
When Becky
I was
and Charlotte
very proud of myself for
got
that.
in a
one.
fight over the handing over of the belts.
Yep.
Yes, that was bad. I went with the golden egg. Vince
Oh,
McMahon
awful.
getting the golden, what are those things called? The Cleopatra egg, and
Yep.
someone steals it during the pay-per-view, and we think The Rock's going to show up, but he never does. That one. And it's actually Austin Theory who stole the egg, but then gave it back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds even worse. When you
Yep.
describe it that way.
Sure bad. Worst segment of the year.
How about you, Bill?
Both of what you said are correct. I went a different direction a little bit just because it was, to me, the most disappointing thing that happened this year. And that was God breaking his arm somehow. That was the most disappointing to me this year.
You know,
Getting injured twice, God.
see that in my mind when I was going through the storyline where I eventually went Ospreay vacating the title, I was like, God got injured. I remember that, but then I went through like the whole Wikipedia of what happened this year, and nowhere did it say he dropped the title because of injury or vacated or because.
Well,
So I
'cause
got,
he got
super
injured.
confused.
He got injured when he lost to Ospreay. I think he got injured in the match.
Okay.
Then he disappeared for a while. Then he came back in the G1 and he got to the final.
And
And he got injured again and couldn't compete. So Okada won the match.
But didn't Ospreay just get injured recently?
Ospreay,
Like December-ish?
Ibushi got injured in the match with Ospreay. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Then he was out. Ospreay won the title. Ospreay defended it once. Then the second time he defended it, he got injured and had to give up the title.
Oh, okay.
Then
bad.
it went to, I think it went to Shingo after that. Somehow. I'm not sure. And then the G1 happened, and then Ibushi got healthy enough to get back into the G1, got to the final, got injured, and they couldn't complete the match. So Okada won by default.
Right.
Instead of, so all those weeks of G1 shit building up to that match, and the match has to be just called off, basically. Then Ospreay comes back and says, I'm the real champion. I never lost, even though he vacated the belt. So that's why he's night 2 of Wrestle Kingdom.
Mike's choice for worst segment, WWE. Let's go to the worst match
Yeah, okay. You have
of
worst
the
match.
year.
Okay, good.
Yes, worst match of the year. I went with the Zombie Lumberjack
Ah.
match. Damian Priest versus The Miz.
Yes. I went with the Zombie Lumberjacks as well.
Yes.
Because they ate The Miz and he lost. And then The Miz
That's
actually-
correct. That is the answer.
The Miz. Yep. And then The Miz, didn't he actually get hurt?
I think so.
I think he actually got hurt during the zombie attack. He got injured. One of the jabrones that was the zombie injured him. And I think he was out for a while
think
with
you're
an
right,
injury,
yeah.
like a knee injury because of the zombie attack.
Yes, I think you're right. And then this, actually, when I was going through this list, I kind of was like, I really don't know. Like, I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm going to wait and see what they say. And good call on me because that is absolutely the worst match.
Zombies. Oh, my God.
All right. How many best matches of the year?
I got 5.
You got 5, Bill? How many?
1.
I also have 1.
All right, you
Go
guys
ahead, Bill.
First.
What do you have?
Yeah, because I just haven't seen that much. So the best one I saw was the best one from the one pay-per-view that I saw. It was a good match, but it was the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic Finals between MSK and Grizzled Young Veterans.
Younger
Grizzled.
veterans.
That was a good match.
That was a good match.
And maybe the last one that I saw this year. No, I saw some weekly ones, but that was the last good one that I saw.
Wow.
I myself went with From Winter Is Coming, Danielson versus Hangman,
You watched
time
that
limit draw.
while you were watching that while we were here?
Yep.
Is that right? All right, I have 5. Does the Ghost have any?
The Ghost has 5 as well.
Oh, okay.
You want me to run through 'em?
We can do it. My
Okay.
number 5 was Sasha versus Bianca, main event, pay-per-view, WrestleMania Night 1.
Okay.
I enjoyed this match. It gave me that. It's hard to describe, but when a wrestling match gives you that, like, I completely forget that this is a fake thing, like,
Yeah.
a predetermined thing, and I'm just excited, and I'm every near fall, I'm into it. I was super into this match. Bianca won. They both cried at the end. It's a lot of emotion. I thought Night 1 of Mania was pretty good, and probably the best thing WWE did all year, and this was
my
the
God.
best match.
I forgot they had 2 nights.
This was the best match of the year for WWE. So, and I'm surprised it didn't get 5 stars. So, Sasha
Meltzer
Bianca.
doesn't do that.
Bianca won, I believe. So
You can run through your list. Because,
all right, I'll go through the whole thing.
Yeah.
4, Hangman versus Danielson just happened. Winner is coming.
Yep.
Time limit draw. Excellent.
Danielson couldn't finish him off.
Excellent. Number 3, Lucha Brothers versus the Young Bucks at All Out.
Oh, okay.
The cage match where they just did every spot under the sun. And Ray Phoenix jumped off the top rope. There were so many cool things in this match. It's actually so much stuff that it's like you need to watch it like 3 times to catch everything. But so many good things in that match. That was my number 3. Number 2 was Omega versus Danielson time limit draw at Grand Slam. We finally get to see Kenny versus Bryan Danielson. They haven't wrestled until since the John Jacobs Jingleheimer Schmidt match back in the PWG days. So
did they ever wrestle in New Japan?
Nope.
No.
They did not wrestle in New Japan, so it was a fucking dream match and a half. So I'm putting that 2. Number 1, Hangman winning the title versus Omega at Full Gear. Having that moment.
Was it a moment or a good match or both?
Both.
Okay.
That's what puts it over the top for me over the others because it was a good match with the moment, whereas Omega and Danielson was great match, but the tie, even though I like ties and wrestling, every once in a while, the tie leads to not a great moment at the end. Like, understandably, well, we're gonna continue this someday. Whereas Hangman winning the title was also the moment on top of a great match. So that's my top 5, which means that Hangman's in there 3 times, I think, or twice. He's in there twice. Danielson's in there twice.
I thought of something. I would like to throw in an honorable mention for Super Ranas versus Lucha Bros.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. FTR winning the AAA belts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was fun.
Let's see. Mike's match of the year top 5.
Okay.
He didn't say what order they're in, so I'm just going to go through
Whatever.
them. Danielson versus Omega.
Okay.
Danielson versus Hangman.
Yep.
Danielson versus Eddie Kingston.
So this is
Wow.
1, 2. I think this is descending order from best to worst. Not worst, but
Okay.
Danielson versus Suzuki.
Oh, that was
I
good.
forgot about
Yep.
that.
And then
Danielson's on this a lot.
Yep, Hangman versus Omega. See, that's why I'm not sure because that Hangman versus Omega.
I think that was 5, and then it went up, but I could be mistaken.
So Hangman versus Omega's 5.
his number 5.
So what was his number 1?
Would have been Omega versus Danielson, which I feel like he would have liked.
Grand Slam? That could be.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, we'll never know. He's a ghost.
he probably just
He's
put
a ghost.
5.
What does it
He
matter?
probably just.
We'll
put
never
5.
know. He's a ghost. All right, so that does that take care of all of the best and
right,
worst?
we did. Yes, of the actual
Of the wrestling world.
stuff.
But now it's really important that we get to the show best and worst.
Yes, chosen one stuff. Chosen one.
Yes, all the
Best and worst.
reviews of the year.
Best chosen one match. We'll start with the match. Best chosen one match that we watched this year.
There's not many to pick from.
Bill.
So I couldn't really remember very many.
Neither
It's
could
not-
I.
So I went with the best one I could remember because we watched it so recently, and it was Flying Scorpio versus some sort of a Pegasus in
Wow.
Japan.
Collusion,
And-
collusion in Korea?
Yeah, because that's.
Collusion in
Collusion in Korea?
I hope you guys
Alright.
can tell me there's a better one, but I couldn't remember.
Collusion in
anything better.
Korea. Wow.
Well, I'll go next, and I said the unmasking matches pay-per-view that I
right.
made us
Oh
watch.
yeah, I forgot about that.
Juventud Guerrero versus Jericho. That's the one I went with.
That is
Alright.
good.
Yeah.
I like that one because that's the one where Jericho won't take the belt off.
Yep, exactly.
That is better.
Yep.
Thank
That's
you.
good.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
for getting me away from the Pegasus.
Wow. I'm assuming Mike has a weird answer for this, so I'm going to go with mine.
He doesn't have anything.
Okay. Mine is the Black Lotus Society or whatever they were
Was
called.
that this year?
Yes. Black Lotus team versus Pentagon Jr., which was basically Kari Sane, Io Shirai, and there was another girl.
Miya Iwatani.
Yeah,
or-
Miyu Utami. And
Yeah, that's
Io
correct, if that was this
Shirai
year.
won the match, beat Pentagon Jr.
Yeah.
at the end.
We watched this?
Yes.
Yeah, it was
we watched
Lucha Underground because they
Lucha
showed up on
Underground.
Tubi.
Oh,
Lucha
I didn't know it was this year.
right.
If that was this year, that is the answer.
Yes.
That's definitely the answer.
That was this year. Tubi. 2021 was the year of Tubi.
Oh, the
Sadly, it was.
Lucha Underground top rated matches, or just a Lucha Underground?
Well, we did 2 episodes on Lucha Underground.
Yes,
I
we
did
did.
one on the Black Lotus Society, and Bill did one on the top matches, I believe.
Yeah,
I think I picked out what maybe Uncle Dave had rated as the best matches or something.
That is correct. That's
Right.
what I have it rated.
So there were some other good ones in there, but give me Black Lotus.
Okay.
I think you're correct.
What do we've got for the worst Chosen One match?
Hmm.
Bill, I'm guessing since you couldn't remember anything further than Collusion and Korea,
Yeah.
you have something from Collusion
I
and
do,
Korea?
but I challenge you to go anywhere and better this. Nope.
Because
Scott
I've got
Norton
Scott Norton as-
Broadway match. 20 minutes of Scott Norton not winning or losing.
I also,
was the worst.
I also have the Scott Norton match.
Scott Norton, 20 minutes of beating up a guy who was New Japan champ and
Yep.
then ending in a time limit draw. Just what everyone wants to see.
Occasionally, New Japan's fat champion tried to make it a good match, but he didn't work.
Fat champ.
Ryan, what is another answer
I
we can
counted Mania
have? Okay.
as a chosen one. Dan the Dan Hep, I think, was on the episode. And I chose, this one has been on here before, Bray versus Orton, but Alexa comes out of a box and black goo comes out of her head.
Good choice.
And then Orton wins. That was the worst.
Choice.
What did we watch that on?
That was WrestleMania. So,
Yeah, so
if
we-
we're counting
okay,
WrestleMania as a
okay,
chosen
okay.
one, like a
But,
full review.
like that was the full. That's what we talked about that
Yeah,
week. We didn't
I
actually review.
think it was just like a full thing on that. That was the worst match I've seen this year. Give me that fucking terrible sumo wrestler guy from Collusion in Korea. What was his name? The sumo wrestler guy who had 2 matches.
Oh, yeah.
2 matches on Collusion in Korea, not one. He got beat by Hawk, and he had a tag match.
Right.
That was bad.
All right, let's go over to Chosen One movies. The worst Chosen One movie.
Oh, you were switching it up.
Yeah. I went with Chokeslam.
Wow. That's
Chokeslam
worst.
was not good.
There's a reason I didn't go with what you guys are. I'm assuming what you're going to go
boy.
with. But go
Okay.
ahead. Yes, Chokeslam.
Why
was
did you go
one
with
of the few
Chokeslam?
movies I remember that we watched this year. So
Over like Little Nicky?
It's worse than
Yeah,
that.
It's worse than Little Nicky.
Wow.
But, I mean, the protagonist is the least likable person in the movie.
Sure. Right. He's dumb.
I went with, we discussed this, but I tried to think of a worse, and I couldn't. Breakfast with Blassie.
See, yes.
My dinner
We'll
or
get-
breakfast?
My
with
breakfast
with
with
Blassie.
I also
I-
did that.
I watched My Dinner with Andre, and I
Wow.
fell asleep
I can see that.
twice.
Oh,
Wow.
that's not good.
Yeah.
Was it better than My
I woke
Breakfast with
up,
Blassie?
realized I had
guessing not.
fallen asleep, rewinded to what I remembered, fell asleep again.
Was
Wow.
it still better than Blassie?
Yes.
Okay.
This was the worst fucking piece of shit. And I saved you some time trying to look through this.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, I can't find a worse chosen one.
I did try to find one, and there wasn't.
I was having a hard time finding it, and I said, I'll just end this for you.
Yes.
My Dinner with Blassie was the worst fucking thing we watched. Easy. Not even close.
So is that what you're going with for Chosen One movie?
Worst chosen one movie, My Dinner with Blassie.
Okay. Best Chosen One movie, I went with the Princess Bride Home movie.
Oh, that was good.
I really
I-
enjoyed that one.
I can see you enjoying that.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that as well. I thought that was really well done. I'm
Ryan,
getting a beer.
what-
Oh, okay. Let me do mine. Then
Yeah,
I'll get a beer.
what's your favorite
My
Chosen One
best.
movie?
I bet you can guess it.
Die Hard.
No.
Oh.
It should be Die Hard, but it's not. It's Nail in the Coffin, the Vampiro documentary on Tubi. My
Oh,
favorite
God.
fucking thing we watched this
Of course,
year.
it was this year, wasn't it?
Vampiro documentary was awesome, and I could watch another 5 hours of that.
Actually, I would like to give a shout out to E is for Elephant.
Okay. Okay. I'm surprised by that, but okay. Decent movie.
Bill, what's your best Chosen One movie?
I would like to give a shout out. Not the best one, but we had a lot of fun with the Princess Bride home movies.
Yes.
At first, I looked at Blazing Saddles, but then I remembered the end of it not liking at all.
Yeah.
No, I've got one. Thank you. So I did end up saying that the Christmas movie Die Hard was probably my favorite.
Oh!
Okay.
My project for Christmas worked. It's a Christmas
Die Hard
miracle.
2, okay.
Not bad, though, right?
Not bad.
bad.
Die Hard 1 wasn't the best movie we've watched, but this year, probably the best one we watched.
Did you guys have just a worst Chosen One overall?
Whew.
Because that's where I put my Breakfast with Lassie.
Yeah, that one's.
And
okay.
my best chosen one was Die Hard.
If you ask,
That's where I put them.
if you ask the
Okay.
YouTube audience, they fucking hate that New Jack one, man. Oh my god! I get
Yeah.
comments like every week, like "fuck
Really?
you guys for talking shit about New Jack and not knowing anything." Yeah, that's the point of the show. We don't know jack shit. Haven't you ever watched?
Also,
the
be,
whole point of the show is we don't know
be
anything about
careful
New Jack.
defending New Jack.
Yeah, right.
Internet.
Internet does not like us
my
reviewing New
God.
Jack documentary.
Well,
My
now I want to look
God.
back at that. I did have one other
Well,
thing I
first
wanted
of all,
to just
I
call
can
out
see
here.
why people are mad because Wally at the very beginning goes like, "He's dead." Yes, he's dead. But that's the point of the show.
Also,
Wally
come
doesn't.
on. I don't know shit.
Yes, that's
guys.
the
You
whole-
should
This
know
year,
that.
you become a
This
bigger
is-
wrestling fan
this
than me
is
this year.
The entire
are
gimmick
we-
of the show is Wally doesn't know anything about wrestling.
Going into 6 years almost. We're 5.5 years into the show.
Yeah.
And you expect me to know wrestling. Come on, people.
That's the
You're
point of
learning.
the show.
You're
I'm
getting-
learning. I'm adapting.
Well, that's the internet's choice. They hate that fucking one.
I did want to say one other thing I called out for what my favorite moment, perhaps, of the last year,
Oh, okay.
because it makes me laugh
I like-
still
I
every
like-
week
I like this.
when we collectively yelled at M. Night Shyamalan. But I don't even know what movie it was for.
It was for that movie where people get old.
I don't even-
I think it's called Old.
I can't even picture
it's
it.
his
It's in the
new.
open.
It's his new.
It's a new movie.
Somehow we
where-
got talking about
But
it.
whatever it was,
So it was a commercial playing on TV while we were recording the show, and then we were like, "What?"
we
the
stopped
fuck?
to yell at him as though he were a dog or a small child.
or both.
And,
Bad M. Night.
It's a bad M Night. Don't
and
you
it makes me
dare!
laugh every week.
Go to your room.
That was, you know what? If I'm gonna pick best chosen one, all those clips came from the David
Flying in
Arquette.
Florida. It came from E is for Elephant.
No, it was
No.
the David Arquette episode.
Yeah.
David Arquette
Are you
documentary,
sure?
which is a goddamn good movie. The David
that was the
Arquette-
second worst match, by the way, that we watched was
David Arquette
David
light tube
Arquette
match.
light tube match in front of
Where he
3
almost
other
fucking
wrestlers.
died.
Yeah, for no audience at all.
No,
But
that wasn't
so-
the one where he died.
Oh no, that
yeah.
one. Yes.
There were
And the
separate
second
things.
best one we watched was David Arquette literally fighting in the streets of Mexico. I was thinking that too.
for spare change from cars.
Yeah.
That movie was kick ass. That was the best chosen one. That was the best chosen one. Maybe not the
I
best
have-
chosen
I have-
one movie, but the funniest chosen one.
I'll be honest. I have so much more respect for David Arquette after this year.
Yes, right. Come on. That was great. And then
Minus
we had to
the-
watch that terrible
the
Muppet
Muppet
movie.
movie.
Which was awful. That was god awful.
What else? We watched something
He is
else
for
from him.
elephants. There was that this year? The Western that he was in? Or was
The
that
Bone
last year?
Tomahawk.
That was last
I
year.
that
think
was
was
last
last year, I believe.
Pee Wee's Big Holiday. That was this year, I think.
That was this
Oh,
year.
yeah, I think
Yep,
that was this
that
year.
Was this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yep.
was Bill's fault.
That was your fault. Although I don't
we
mind. I
both-
don't mind that
We've
one.
done worse. That's a good movie, but we've done much worse.
That's not terrible.
I didn't even know he was in the movie. You were like, "Oh, yep, there he is." I was like, "That was not David."
He was the
Arquette,
DJ.
You
at his
liar!
birthday.
He was the DJ.
That was
I
it.
think he was DJ David Arquette. I don't
Yeah,
even
that was it.
Did not have a line,
No.
and the closest we saw him was from like 30 feet away.
It's still better. I mean, it was a close up, but the one Leslie Nielsen movie we watched where Kevin Nash was on a jackhammer for
literally just
3
he's
seconds.
A jackhammer, like a construction worker.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Where are we now?
We're done.
We're done with
we
those.
have ranks
We
and
You
predictions.
want to rank the promotions?
Oh, right, ranking the
I
promotions.
mean, this is come on.
The Ghost says AEW. That's it.
Yeah. AEW. That's it. Is probably the right answer.
I say AEW, New
A-
Japan,
Yeah.
Correct.
I don't have that.
ROH,
It's dead.
Bad.
Not a thing.
Impact.
Okay.
I actually said GCW
Stardom.
is the third.
I did too.
No, I'm not doing that.
They're bad, but here's why. As far as I can tell, I know I didn't do any of the women ones because I just haven't seen them. Stardom, I'm sure, is better than most of these.
Yes.
I said AEW, New Japan, GCW because below that I have Impact, and then below that I have WWE.
See, I gotta have Impact over GCW.
They do
just
have a
on
women's
pure
division.
Yes.
Yeah.
principle.
AEW, Impact, GCW, New Japan, NXT, WWE main product.
That's
After
about
that.
right. That's about right.
NXT is WWE main product now.
Yeah.
There's
pretty
no
much.
difference.
Right. All right. Which is crazy because I think that was number 1 or number 2 for a lot of us
Yeah.
last year. So, all right, you ready to see what we predicted for 2021
Oh boy.
Are you
Oh,
ready
boy.
for this?
Oh,
Are you
okay.
ready?
This is gonna go off the handle.
All right, I'll
quick.
start with Bill.
Oh boy.
Now somebody has to count and see which one he's got right.
All right.
All right, so Bill says, AEW, we'll see MJF and Hangman kick-start their first feud.
They didn't, did they?
That did not happen.
They did have like a match or something, but not really a feud.
Not really. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not counting that.
I don't think. Yeah,
That's
unfortunately,
not a winner. I'm sorry.
It's not.
Bill, NXT North American champ at some point. Do you remember this? Is Boa. Boa, you put a lot of stock into this career.
I haven't watched. That probably is right.
Boa! How did you remember that?
Because it's so dumb.
It is dumb. Boa.
That was at the height of the Zealian, whatever
that
the other
whole
woman's
team,
name is.
That whole team, that's not a thing anymore. Return of full crowds for Bill said WrestleMania 70,000. I think that's correct. I feel like that's correct.
They went full on for WrestleMania, I think.
I feel like that's correct.
let me
I feel like it was
see.
over 70,000. Certainly over the 2 nights. It was over 70,000. Bill, prediction. We'll be together for at least one show. My God, we had we were deep in coronavirus. We were together for a lot of shows.
But that was
not every show, but
but that was a real. We hadn't been in a long time at that
there
point.
were no vaccines, and we hadn't been for 2 years. It was a while.
It was a while,
And we did a lot of shows together, and we're together tonight. God damn it.
even though we still had to cancel many in between, and
All right,
almost
so
did
you
tonight.
have 2 right, I believe, at this point.
So I will say that on 2021 in professional wrestling Wikipedia, it says July 16th, beginning with this day's episode of WWE SmackDown, WWE resumed a
Right.
live touring schedule for their Raw and SmackDown
But in
brands.
Mania, they had that crowd at Tampa Bay, and remember it thunderstormed and everything the first night.
Yeah, they blew out the
There was
Buck
definitely,
Stadium, right?
yeah, there was definitely a big crowd at Buck Stadium. So I'm giving you those 2.
Okay.
All right, 2021. I quit watching wrestling. Something will force me off NXT this year. You had 3 right.
Wow, Bill.
You did quit.
I knew it. I could feel it coming.
You could feel it coming, and NXT 2.0 came right after that.
Yeah.
So you were correct. Your NXT men's champion at the end of the year would be Karrion Kross. Ooh, actually not and fired. NXT women's champion at the end of the year would be Raquel Gonzalez. Oh, actually,
Just
she lost.
missed it.
She lost to Mandy Rose.
Just
Very
missed
close.
it.
Very close.
AEW men's champion of the year, Pac.
Oh,
Rough pick.
oops.
But AEW women's champion of the year would be Okada. Or I'm sorry,
What? I was like, that's
Britt.
interesting.
Britt. I'm reading
Breaker.
ahead. Britt.
Okay, I got that.
So you got that. So what's that, 4?
That's 4.
I think I'm
4.
at half. Yeah.
You're
I
at
think it's
4.
4. G1 winner Okada. That's 5.
All right.
And this
you
one.
got lucky by that.
This is interesting.
Got it.
God would have won that.
We all picked this. Mike, I don't know how you want to describe this. Mike the Ghost does not come back on the show at a full time until November. He never came back, really.
So I think
Wait,
I got
did
that
you
wrong.
lose
No,
that?
no. You said until November, saying
He
that
showed
he
up-
will come back full time. You don't get that.
I don't think you
No,
get that.
I don't think any of it.
He showed up sometimes, but he showed up not
Not
a lot
full-time,
of times. So no, I think they.
No, I don't get that.
All right, so what's that? 4 or 5?
5, right?
5. All right, that's
5.
pretty good.
That's 5. Yep.
5 out of those. All right, Wally, you ready? You're gonna have to look some stuff up for yours because you always go.
Weird.
You always go weird. Raw will average a rating of 1.3 to 1.5 million viewers.
I don't think it's that
don't-
low.
I-
I think it's just above
I
that.
think it's above that.
Damn it.
You'll have to
but I
check,
don't know.
but I don't know if that's right.
I
or
do
not.
remember us saying though, if they ever hit 2, it's a panic mode,
Yep.
And it's under 2.
and then they're regularly
Yeah,
under
it's
that.
regular under 2, but I don't think it's as low as 1.5.
WWE did have live fans at WrestleMania 37.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, I don't know if you get this one or not. I feel like they're still in the 1.7 range. Like the worst of all time.
I also said average, didn't I?
You said average, so
Yeah,
I don't
so
know what
I didn't get that.
I don't think you got that.
There's no way I got that.
G1 final. You went really all out. G1 final. Naito versus Ibushi. Half right.
Half right.
Naito wins. Naito didn't even compete in the G1 because he was hurt.
I see.
So are we
that's
at
not
a
fair.
half right now?
Half a
Yeah,
point.
half a point. All
Half
right.
a point.
Wally will mess up more people's names like he did with Bushi and Ibushi. I don't know if he did.
No, he knows his
I feel
wrestlers
like he
this year.
didn't. I feel like he did not.
He even knows enough to say Bushi and then laugh about it.
Yeah, right. I think we're past that.
Yeah, I can't think of
You get a little mixed up with Takahashi and Takahashi
Oh,
and
that's
Tokyo
true.
Pizen.
Takahashi
And
and
Takagi.
Takahashi, Takagi, and Tanahashi.
Yeah.
Don't know who they
And
are.
there are two Takahashis.
There's two?
Yeah.
All right. I guess that's right. Just now he got it right. 1.5. Over 30. You're going to have to look this up. Over 35 chosen ones will be without wrestling matches. I feel like that's right.
Way over.
That's got to be correct.
Because
over.
we did so many
So much
shows.
heels
Because
and
I-
legacies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
so many Jupiter's Ascendings.
So I forgot. I had blocked out of my memory that we watched that show.
so when
feel
I
like
put together this chosen one
There's not a lot of wrestling in the chosen
list,
ones.
I kept the wrestling in order of what we did. Wrestle Kingdom 15 was 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 wrestling matches
Yeah, I can see that.
this year.
Yeah.
2 Lucha Undergrounds, 1 Mask,
Yep.
1 Collusion in Korea.
And the fabulous ones, I don't know what that
That was
is.
not this year.
I honestly don't know what that is.
That-
That wasn't
Fabulous.
this year's.
That wasn't
we
this
watched entrance videos and music videos for a tag team.
That was years
the
ago.
Fabulous one.
Which
Fabulous.
was very funny.
And it was excellent. It was a bunch of weird looking dudes taking baths together and stuff.
Yes. Yes. That was years ago.
That was when we talked about recreating these scenes. For some reason, we did not.
I'm
Well,
gonna guess that was like early on when I was on my
no,
road
it was
trip.
like 2018, I want to say.
Oh, okay. Even
Maybe
so,
2019?
That's gonna go all the way up here.
Anyway, all right, so you're
Out
to
of the way.
2.5. This is a weird one. So Mike did the Jeopardies and stuff and some trivia. I did some trivia.
Yeah.
You said over 5 trivia shows. However, that's not right because Mike didn't come back and we didn't do any Jeopardies or trivias. However, we did incorporate the newest, greatest segment of all time, the eBay Wars, which has gone on for how many weeks now? It's got to be like 20-something weeks.
Something.
20
Yeah.
something because we're
So does
tied.
that count or
27,
not?
28.
Does the eBay Wars count as a trivia thing or does it not?
I don't know if it's trivia.
not trivia.
It's not
It's
trivia.
Not trivia.
So it doesn't count. So you're down to 2.5. Still down to 2.5. Current NXT champ at the end of the year would be a guy we haven't seen at all in a long time, Timothy Thatcher.
Oh.
Thatch Can.
I don't even know who that is.
Thatch
I said this?
Tommaso Ciampa's partner. Where the fuck
He
is
was
Timothy
like the
Thatcher?
ugly broken tooth.
Yeah.
Sure.
Where's he?
Did he get fired?
No.
I don't know.
We really don't know where he is.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what happened to him. NXT Women's Champ at the end of the year would be Ember Moon, or at some point Candice. Neither one. Ember Moon got fired. Candice got pregnant.
Yeah.
Over. So you're 2.5 still. However,
Currently signed to NXT is Timothy Thatcher.
AEW's champion would be Hangman Page.
Wow.
3.5.
Woo.
So Bill, you had 5.
Uh-huh.
Yep. 3.5.
Well, I had
You got
1.5.
3.5.
3.5 now. Mike will be back by May 1st. No.
No.
Never came back.
No, that,
so
that was
I
a
don't
poor
think that counts.
decision. Poor decision. by me.
3.5 for you. That's it.
I put too much faith in him, apparently. Way too much
We
faith.
all
Any
did.
faith was
If
too
I said
much faith.
May,
We all
Way
did.
too much.
We all did. All right. Here are mine. Mike didn't make any, so here are mine. Boa and Xia Li will not be a thing by the end of 2021. Correct.
That is correct.
That's 1. Now we go back to the. I have made so many NXT television predictions and never ever gotten them right. Here we go again. NXT does not move off Wednesdays all year.
Wrong.
They most certainly did. They moved to Tuesdays
That's
and
correct.
made 2.0. So I got that wrong. We'll see a full crowd at SummerSlam and All Out. I guess that's true, but
Did we have one
came-
at All Out?
Yes, but it came way before that. So does that count? I don't know.
Yeah.
I was saying
we
that's
had-
the first.
No, I mean, they,
Oh, if you were saying that's the
it was
first,
that's
you're
the
wrong.
first crowd, I guess.
But if you're just saying we would have them, you're correct.
I don't know. What do you want to credit that with?
I don't know. This is your pick. I don't know how you meant it.
Give me 1. I won't give that.
Staying at 1,
I won't
then.
give that to myself. Here's a good one for me. A big promotion will shut down finally. Ring of Honor NWA, or Impact. Somebody's going down.
Okay.
That happened.
Those
I mean, Ring of Honor technically says they're not going
That's
down.
two. That's two correct. But
I'll give you 2.
second point, I bet NWA will be the one. No.
Are they still a thing?
Yes.
They're not still doing weekly shows.
They are doing stuff. They're always doing stuff.
It's
So
not
they're
the,
not done.
They don't have power still.
Is Chester still their
They
champion?
have power, but it's on Fight TV or something.
Oh.
It's not
Is
on.
Chester still the champ?
Yes, he is.
All right.
Sami Zayn will leave in December. Nope.
Nope.
That was like a week
That
ago.
was
He
close.
re-signed. El Generico will come out of hiding.
Nope.
Nope. Those two things are weirdly related. Impact and AEW will work together all year, leading to a double pay-per-view where they do like a super show together. No.
No, they did work
They
together
in fact
some.
worked together for like half a year and then stopped abruptly for no reason and don't work together at all. Like
Didn't have a super show.
Nobody appears together. Like Omega won the Impact
Do the
title.
Good Brothers go back and forth still? or
Not
no?
anymore. No, they haven't showed up in AEW in a while. So
Yeah.
that is not correct, but it's like half correct. Omega did. Christian was a champion. Like there were AEW dudes who were champions on Impact, but no super show. So I'm not giving myself. So would I have 2 still?
2 still.
Ethan Page is going to be in NXT. Boy, oh boy. Oh boy. All right. My NXT champions for the end of the year. Kyle O'Reilly left the company. Never won the
not quite
title,
right.
left the company. NXT Women's Champ Rhea, nope. Got called up, didn't do jack squat. AEW Champion Omega, nope. Lost to Hangman a month ago.
Yep.
AEW Women's Champ Thunder Rosa, nope.
Nope.
Lost to Britt
NWA
Baker a
still,
bunch
right?
of times. G1 winner Hiromu Takahashi would move out of the juniors and win the. That is a bold prediction.
That is
It is
very
a bold
bold
That is
prediction.
bold.
Yeah,
Would
it's a-
move out of the
whoa.
juniors and win the G1. No.
Very
Did not
bold,
happen.
sir. Very bold.
Mike DeFazio would return to the show March 1st. No. wrong.
March 1st?
March 1st.
Wow, we were.
I said November.
You said
I
November.
still don't win, but I was closest.
You were close to the pin.
Close
so I only
without
got,
going over.
I believe I only got 2.
You got
Ring
2.
of Honor
You got
shutting
worse
down.
than me.
Ring of Honor shutting down and Boa and Xia Li not
Yeah.
being a thing.
Shocking to me.
All right. Those were their predictions recounted from last year. Wow. So that means you win, Bill. You made
right,
the
I
most
did.
correct predictions. Wow.
All right, what do we got for predictions for next year?
2022. Who wants
came
to go
up with
first?
5.
All right. Who wants to go first? You
Go ahead.
first.
Go ahead there, Bill.
All right. The first one will be easily verifiable in a matter of hours or days.
Okay.
Just something I thought. I don't actually think this is true, but I think it'll be a fun one if it comes true. Shibata's upcoming return to the ring will be against the god himself, Kota Ibushi.
Oh, that's fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
I like that.
I feel like he's still hurt, but that's going to be my prediction number 1.
I like that.
Number 2, my girl, Mercedes Martinez, will fight for the title in AEW.
There's a 50-cent piece still laying
I
out there.
can't say
She
necessarily
might
she'll
still
win
win
it,
the NXT
but she's
title.
definitely going to at least fight for the title.
Oh,
she
my
might
God.
still get the NXT
My
belt too.
girl.
What was
My
our
girl.
bet that we just made?
You like this show?
Yeah, this
Oh,
show.
put it on the board.
Oh God.
I don't even know. It was long term.
It was 5 years.
It was a 5-year
It
bet.
was within
Oh.
5 years.
Oh, Jungle Boy having the belt.
Right.
Oh,
Jungle
yes,
Boy
yes.
being AEW champ.
Prediction number 3:
Okay.
both Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa will show up in AEW this year.
I like that. I would love that.
I think we will see further Forbidden Door next year, COVID pending.
Right.
At least 2 AEW wrestlers will be in the G1 Climax.
I think that's probably true.
A Danielson, maybe not, maybe an Omega, maybe
Yeah.
not, but 2 wrestlers at least from AEW.
Okay.
And my final prediction, NXT dies.
Like it's gone.
Maybe it'll stick around as like
Does it
a
go on?
training, whatever, but the TV show,
dies.
Dead.
The TV show dies.
dead.
Interesting.
Off the air. USA
Okay.
doesn't even want it.
Okay. Is that all 5?
That's all 5.
Okay. You have any champion predictions?
For
NXT men's and women's, AEW men's and women's.
NXT would have to be Braun Brick Breaker.
Okay.
And who is even in the women's division these days?
Mandy Rose, those
Oh,
friends of hers.
Cora Jade.
Cora
whatever.
Jade.
That,
Cora Jade.
her. People seem to like her.
Okay.
AEW at the end of this year.
At the end of 2022.
I'm going to go back to last year's prediction that
Pac?
fell flat. No. MJF.
Okay.
And women's champion.
Okay.
Is it back to Sheeta? No.
Mm.
Candice LeRae.
Wow, she has the baby, then comes back
To
and wins
AEW.
the title in AEW.
And wins the title.
So she leaves NXT
Yeah.
and then goes to AEW
Yep.
and wins the title.
Very quickly.
Wow, that would be something.
Huh.
Okay. All right, Wally, you have predictions or you want me to go?
You can go.
All right, here we go. Ring of Honor. Every year I do this. Ring of Honor never returns. Never.
So they're going to have one show in February and it's going to ruin your whole thing.
Yeah, could be. They never come back. Here's another one. Another retread. AEW versus New Japan in some way full on. Like champions versus champions, dream match versus dream match. AEW versus New Japan will be like kind of like New Japan versus Noah is happening.
A collision in
Same-
Korea.
Yeah, collision in Korea. Not in Korea, but AEW, New Japan, full on versus each other card because Ring of Honor's dead, so they can take that spot. Omega will return at Double or Nothing and attack champion Hangman at the end of his match. I don't know if that's the greatest one. Will we get another 40-plus releases from WWE in 2022? Another 40 wrestlers will be released.
I think the number's low, but good prediction.
That's a low guess. Another 40 wrestlers.
How many do we have this year? Do you know?
Close to
roughly?
100,
It's
I think.
almost 100. It's definitely over 80.
Wow.
It might be like 88 or 90. I'm not sure. It might not
More than
quite
40.
be 100. It's way more than 40. But they've released a lot of fucking people.
They have.
There's not a lot of people left to release.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. WWE will announce their sale to NBC before the end of the year.
The entire company.
Yes. WWE will
Interesting.
be sold to NBC or Peacock or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
NBC
Full
Universal.
on sold to NBC Universal. Not officially transitioned, but they will announce the sale before the end of the year.
Wow.
And I predict NBC.
Wow.
NXT 2.0 will be completely taken off USA. Peace out. Out of here.
I would
Like,
agree with you.
Still exists though,
It might go on Peacock, but it's definitely not going to be on USA by the end of the year.
but it still exists.
It's, I guess. NXT Champions at the end of the year. Cora Jade, women's champ, because there's really they invested a lot in her in that War Games match.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with Grayson Waller, the guy who beat up Johnny. Is going to be the.
Oh,
they're
isn't he
gonna,
picking a fight with AJ Styles now?
Yeah,
too?
they're going to swerve. Brick Breaker is not going to win the title. Grayson Waller is going to win the title at some point, or beat Brick Breaker. They're going to have not. They're not going to give it to Brick Breaker all year. So give me Grayson Waller, and then the AEW champs. AEW main men's champ CM Punk will have it by the end of the year.
We'll have it, or we'll be the champ at the
Will
end of the
be
year?
the champ at the
Okay.
end of 2022.
Okay.
Britt Baker will remain the women's champ all
Wow.
year.
Wow.
All year. The
What a
TBS TNT men's championship
Okay.
will be Malachi Black
At the end
At
of the
the
year.
end of the year.
at the end of the year with his new House of Black team backing him up.
I like that. I would say Jungle Boy is the champ at the end of next year, but
TNT.
yes, TNT, of course.
But you said he would never held the champ.
the belt.
Oh, okay.
He will never hold the belt.
Okay. And then the women's TBS champion.
Actually, no, I take that back. Cody Rhodes will be the champ at the end of next year.
He'll just get it back
The
at the end
TNT
of
belt.
every year.
Yeah.
The TBS women's champ, which is yet to be crowned, will be Jade Cargill,
Oh.
and she will have it next year. I don't know if she wins it.
That's the women's intercontinental, essentially.
Basically, I assume she's going to win the title, win the tournament, beat Ruby Soho, and hold it for a long time, but maybe not. Either
Thunder
way,
Rosa can get that belt, maybe.
Jade will be the TBS women's champ by the end of the year. That's my prediction there. All right, Wally. You're the last one to go. I don't think Mike has any.
Mike doesn't have anything.
So what do you got?
I've got a question before I ask one, or before I say one.
All right.
The NXT UK, is that still a thing?
Yes, it is.
Okay. How many NXT other than?
There's only the two.
It's just UK and this.
There's only the two.
UK closes. That's my first prediction.
Okay.
Then.
Okay.
I'm going to say ROH has one show before May 1st, or it never comes back.
What? That's like a lot of hedging.
There's a hedge.
That's a lot of hedging there. Okay.
I'm going to say Darby Allin eventually wins the TNT belt. That's the
He already has, right?
I mean, wins it again.
yes.
Okay.
That's
won.
the Cody belt.
He had it last
Yes,
year.
that's the Cody
That's
belt.
the Cody belt. That's the one I want.
Yeah, he had it last year.
I'm going to say Ospreay regains his title
At Wrestle Kingdom? Or just in
in general.
And
For
by
sure.
that you mean the IWGP Heavyweight Champ?
The big one.
Wow.
The big one. I'm going to say the G1 final,
Oh, I didn't pick G1.
Naito versus Ospreay.
Oh.
Interesting.
So either he wins it there or he's won
Not
it already.
Yoshihashi.
Not Yoshihashi.
Oh, God.
He's another one where I'm like, I know the name. I'm not sure I know who
Ryan
he
loves
is.
him.
I hate him so much. You know about it.
Ryan hates him because he's Japanese.
No, that's not why. He's just the worst.
We're going to. No, I got.
Got any show predictions?
I was trying to think of one off the top of my head here, but like,
Who's the head in the eBay wars at the end of next year?
Ooh,
Me.
good,
Definitely
call.
me.
I'm gonna be ahead at the end of the year.
No.
Oh, my God.
Mike is going to have less than 10 points.
I'll agree with that.
Wow.
Well, you know what? I'll go even. He's currently got 3, I believe. I'm going to say
yes.
less than 7 points.
Here's a question for a prediction.
Ooh.
Does he come back? No.
Show or otherwise,
Oh.
will we in person see Michael DeFazio
Yes.
before the draft?
No. I thought you were going to say at all this year. Yes. Once at the draft.
Ooh.
No, I do not think we see him before the draft.
You don't think we see him in person whatsoever?
No.
Not
Until-
at the Greek Fest, nothing.
I'll see. No, because I for sure won't see him. I don't think you guys will either.
I don't either.
think If
Push comes to shove, I say no. No?
you think there'll be a birthday party in there? I feel like
For who?
For Amelia? Maybe.
You might because of Joe then.
What about
Maybe not. This virus.
Little Rocco?
The new. Well, I see Little Rocco like all the time.
Yeah, maybe maybe a Little Rocco birthday party. You see him?
Oh, that would be interesting. I don't know if they're close enough to make that happen.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I don't know. I would say no.
I would say no.
I'm gonna say no.
I say draft
Is the only
is
time
the
we
only
see.
time.
Yeah, that's a.
I
that's
saw
a
him
fair
twice
assessment.
this year. The draft was the first one.
What was the other one?
The post Thanksgiving get together.
Oh, the dinner
Oh,
at
yes.
DeFazio's.
at DeFazio's.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I would say one time in person. How many times do you think he shows up on the show? Which would be a lot
Remotely?
of
I do think there will be
remote
more
broadcasts.
remotes to come.
Sure, for
certainly.
sure.
But even so, he's not
3.
always on those
3
remotes.
times.
He's not always on every remote.
No,
so.
I'm gonna give him.
Gotta be
I'm
more
gonna
than
say he's
3.
up to. He's
6?
up to 8 remote.
3, 6, and 8. Interesting.
6? I'll go 6.
Up to 8 remote.
6 remotes.
Yeah,
1 in person.
No, I'll say at least 8 remotes.
I'll say 3 remotes.
eBay Wars. Bill, who's on top of the
I
eBay
am.
Wars?
Obviously.
I
You
am.
say each other?
I am.
Okay, of course. That was dumb. Of course.
You're not going
What's
to insert yourself
another
here? Say you're going to take over?
I'm not the I'm not in the eBay Wars. I'm the host. I'm the
All of a
game
sudden,
show
Ryan
host.
gets exactly right every time.
I pick it, so I know it.
I'm gonna give myself 40% effort this year.
I would say your
40.
effort is close to. It's high.
I would like to get down to 10%.
Wow. Yeah, you're going the opposite
if
way.
you could take over the picks from me,
the
this
picks.
would be
The segment to be named
Oh,
later in
like-
the picks take up a lot
I
of
want to keep
your,
track of the picks. That would really help me.
I could probably take over keeping track of the picks after WrestleMania.
You could. You'd
Yes.
be surprised how much pain it is.
I like how you do a lot of work. Surprisingly, a lot of work.
Your segment to be named later
That's
is
quite a lot of work.
My
The picks are
my
a lot
top
of work.
5 super easy.
Yeah.
So easy.
So you guys are going to flip-flop duties.
I don't
Is
even
that what
know
you're
where I would go with. I guess I could go in any direction with top 5 picks. That's the idea, right?
yeah.
saying? Literally make it up 5 minutes before it's about to happen. That's what you do.
That's exactly what
Here's my
we're in the show and I'm making my top 5.
Right.
my 5 favorite shapes of pasta this week. Bow tie's not on the list.
Of course not. Bow tie's the worst kind of pasta.
Oh, my tie is choking me. This black tie affair. Oh my God. All right. Any other predictions? Or are we good? Did we lock it down? Are
No,
we good?
I also I'm going to say at the end of the year, the AEW Women's Champion is going to be Ruby Soho.
Okay.
Men's Champion is going to be Danielson.
Okay.
We'll do New Japan. End of the year is going to be Ospreay.
Leading into. So Ospreay is the champ going
into
into Wrestle
Wrestle
Kingdom
Kingdom.
17.
Yeah, we'll say that.
Okay. So I can keep track of this for
I'll
next
say
year.
Shibata
Oh,
has
I like this. How many matches does Shibata have?
exactly. I'm gonna say now. We're only counting main shows.
Well, they only have they don't
Like
have
4
like
main
weekly
shows.
TV.
Yeah.
They have pay-per-views every month.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say he's got 7 matches this year.
Wow, that's a lot. I'll say 3 Shibata matches this year.
See,
Including this
he's-
is including the Wrestle Kingdom
Including the Wrestle Kingdom match.
match. I'll say 3.
I see. I think he's too crazy not to keep pushing himself to go back more.
A lot depends on this first match.
I think it's 3, and I think you're gonna still get these like no strikes type matches.
A lot depends on this first match and how this goes and how it's received and how he feels afterwards. Hopefully he's all right. But if he faces a fucking Ibushi, there's no way Ibushi can, like... If you're right about the prediction and it's Ibushi, which is actually a pretty good prediction, there's no way he can take his foot off the gas. Like, there's no way they can fight safely. No way.
I'll say Zack
They're
Sabre
going to be punching
Jr.
each other's necks.
I'll say Zack Sabre Jr. wins. How many matches are in G1? Each person
Ooh.
has like what?
Each person
16?
wrestles 9 matches,
That's it.
and then
You get 2 points for a win.
there's one other. So the top 2 fight 10. Everybody else
Right.
fights 9.
Okay, I'll say Zack Sabre Jr. wins 6 matches at the
In
G1.
G1?
Yes,
Wow.
Okay.
I'm going in.
Okay.
My be kind to animals, or I'll armbar you guy.
Yeah.
All right.
And then what's another one? I was just thinking of. We'll see. Oh, I'm gonna say Ibushi shows up against AEW fellas.
Ibushi in AEW.
Not
Confirmed.
Ibushi. I'm sorry. I meant
Bushi.
Ibushi. No. Stone Pipple. I meant Ishii.
You already did.
Yes.
You already did.
Oh, he did.
Yep.
All right, fine, Ibushi then.
You already did. Ishii was in a multi-man match with Chaos
Oh right. Yeah.
on AEW.
Kind of.
Oh, well
But
then
yeah,
screw
it was
that. I'm gonna say a one-on-one match for Ishii then.
Okay. You think Okada shows up in AEW?
He should.
Okada Omega. I'm calling it
We're
this
gonna
year.
get that back again.
Yep.
Was
some
that number
point?
5 for them?
Is it 5?
And depending on which soil it's on is going to be the winner. So if it's in America, Omega wins. If it's in Japan, Okada wins.
Interesting.
What would be fun if Okada showed up, faced Omega at Double or Nothing, and Omega won. Then Omega showed up as something else, and then they traded the result, and then they faced each other at Wrestle Kingdom 17.
I think maybe
Just a
Okada comes in.
non-title, like just 2 guys.
Maybe Okada comes in as respect to second him, and ends up getting a match Okada versus Danielson, for example. He
all right.
starts out as a second out of respect for Omega.
Mm.
Then Danielson, the heel, cheats or hurts him or something, and Okada's got to step in and take the match.
Okay.
Sting stops wrestling. That's my final one.
Wrong.
Wrong.
my final
Wrong.
I
He's
just
gonna wrestle
hope.
forever.
I'm gonna hope and cross my fingers.
Well, now he's got 2 partners that wears masks. He's absolutely
too.
not.
That was great. I fucking love that.
CM Punk
Darby?
and Darby.
Punk and Darby
Punk
wearing
does
face
too?
masks.
Remember he was wearing
face paint.
the Stinger Splash Surfer Sting face paint?
So there's I have a growing AEW action figure collection where I just pick up the people that I like.
Oh yeah.
About to pick up the best friends,
Okay.
Trent and Chuck. They've got to make a triple pack of those guys wearing those face paint, right?
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Right?
They'd be dumb not to.
They'd be dumb not to, and I gotta fucking get that shit if it comes out. I have to.
Yeah.
It's so good. Sting, Darby, and CM Punk all in the Sting makeup. There's no way I don't fucking pick that up. There's no way, right? They gotta make that shit.
It'd be dumb not to.
It'll be stupid. So that's gonna be on the mantle next year.
3 matches all of 2021 for
All right,
Brock Lesnar.
Here's a weird show prediction.
Oh.
Is the show studio finally built? Finished by the end of
No.
the year.
What
No.
counts as finished?
We got a floor,
No.
like a wood.
Does
fake-
it include a toilet?
I don't know about the toilet.
Then no.
Let's keep the toilet off the bar. That toilet's expensive.
Wait, if the toilet doesn't count,
Let's say
then yes, it's probably finished.
We've got a couch. We've got a floor. We've got the walls painted. Shit is hung up back
Maybe
up
I'm the
again.
jerk, but
How
I'm
are
going to
you
say
going to
no.
get a couch
I'm gonna
down
say no.
here?
Well, look at this thing back behind you.
That door is very narrow, sir.
Oh, it's perfectly
It's not.
fine.
It's-
It's not narrow at
It's
all.
a regular sized door.
It's a regular sized door, so you can bring a couch right down there. Is the studio finally finished?
I don't think it is.
I will agree with Bill on this.
Based on who your main partner in crime is, I don't think so.
Who's my main partner in crime?
The gentleman. The fine gentleman who helps you to build that.
You mean my contractor? Oh, boy.
Spends, 4 hours talking with you?
Oh, well, you got to
anywhere
catch
gets
up, man. You got to catch up. Toilet, I'm not guaranteeing a toilet. No way. I'm
Then,
not guaranteeing
in
a
my
toilet.
opinion, the studio is not complete
Unless
until I
you
can
can
poop
poop.
mid-show while I'm on mic.
You want to poop mid-show on mic?
I'm not saying I want to, but I want to have that option.
Oh
Your
my
mic's not
God.
going to reach all the way over there.
It's a pretty long cord.
You could try. I'd like to see you try. All right.
That feels like the natural end.
Show has
Yep,
gone off
yep,
the rails. I feel like
It
we've
always
been
does.
talking for a while.
It was an hour and 45 minutes.
Ooh, boy.
Plus the open, whatever that counts as. All right, that's it. The end. We are done. Next week, we're going to talk about the Wrestle Kingdom 16.
Oh, should I run through his picks? Mike's
Picks for
picks,
what?
night 1,
Oh, for-
Rambo,
Oh.
whatever that is.
Oh,
Show.
it's a rumble, yeah.
oh boy.
Show, Bullet Club, United Empire, Shibata, Ishii, Dangerous Tekkers, Takahashi, and Okada all win night 1. Night 2 is Yano, Bullet Club's cutest tag team. What the fuck? Mayu Iwatuni and Starlight Kid. Chaos, Great Okan, Cobb, Kenta, and Okada again.
Iwatani was the other Black Lotus person,
Yeah,
right?
she's the one that didn't come over to WWE.
Yeah. Okay.
We all picked
Wait,
her.
who
Well,
wins
Ryan and I
between
picked her.
Ospreay
You
and-
picked Starlight Kid.
Okada wins everything?
Okada wins everything.
All right, so you're the only one picking Ospreay,
Yeah.
I think.
I don't remember what my actual picks were, but I think
you
I
picked Ospreay.
sure.
Lone
You
Wolf.
picked. No, we all picked Okada.
Oh, bummer. Come on.
I tried to say he picked Shingo, and he said no, and then said, which was true, but then said, actually, I don't remember. You got to look back. I don't know who I picked.
All right, that's it. Next week, New Japan, and then following week, back to the regular chosen ones. So get ready.
Swallow?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
You got 2 weeks.
You got 2 weeks to decide, but 2 weeks, you got to be ready. All right, that's it. Peace out.
See
The
ya.
award show's over. Happy New Year.